They get set to match up with Ben Roethlisberger and the Pittsburgh Steelers. This will be taken about the 12. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Baby, let's go! Let's go!
So first and 10 now from the 30. Now the third leading rusher among rookies last year, it's Nick Chubb. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
Come on now,
A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9.
Double tight, double tight. Hey, 4 down, 4 down.
Now a two-time 1,000-yard rusher for the Bears. This is Jordan Howard. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first.
Set, 180.
And before
Set, 180. Record. Double tight, double tight. 3 down, 3 down. 3 down, 3 down. Run. What's up?
they go play action, Mayfield. Got a man open. It's Ricky Seals-Jones. They got a yard on first, 2 on second, and 3 here on third.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18. So first and 10 now from the 30.
Letting you know right now, you better bring it.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Bud Dupree, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Play fake. Mayfield on the move to his left. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. So good field position for the Steelers as they come up first and 10 at the 45. Now a first-time 1,000-yard rusher from a season ago, it's Derrick Henry. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on second and 14. Henry running right. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. That'll bring up third and 8.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on third down.
And bring it. Alert, alert. Smooth. Right over there. Yeah. Right there.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. That's complete to his running back, Connor.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood what the third down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up fourth down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure they didn't give up much run after catch.
Come on, baby. Whoa. Let's see what you got. 58 for Mike, 58. 58 for Mike.
Here we go on fourth down with Roethlisberger. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and that will force a turnover on downs.
180. Oh, here we go. Oh. Watch tight, watch tight. Tight end right, tight end right. You got 3.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
Here's second and 9, just a yard on that last run. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
180.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
Single.
Mayfield now after the fumble recovery. Buying time to his left. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Well, you got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy. They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Let's go.
That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
180. You don't know no better.
First down, Mayfield. And he fires one incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Mayfield drops it off for Chubb. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 40.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Hey, alert, 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 alert. Hurry, hurry. 26, Mike. Here we go, here we go. 26, Mike, 26.
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie first-rounder from Michigan, Devin Bush. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended, blitz coming, and down he goes. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Throwing, Mayfield, and that is incomplete. He was looking for Jordan Howard that time. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Mayfield to throw it, and that is incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Yeah, not a great one there. Out of bounds in the air.
Let's go, let's go.
And the offense is going to be set up already in enemy territory inside the 45.
Let's go, let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
A first down carry for Henry. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It was Denzel Ward in from his corner spot there to take him down for the loss. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Derrick Henry. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
And a lot more base, I would think, than you get your normal ballet.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. And caught. His first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. To the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started, and still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of a 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right.
2nd and 10 from the 25. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. He finds Taylor, complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
Alert, 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 alert.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Strong right, strong right. Hurry, hurry. We got 3, fellas, we got 3.
And again, it's Mayfield. They'll set up the screen to Howard. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line.
Get him, boy.
Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down. The Browns on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Going to the air again with Mayfield. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he goes out right around the 39. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Derrick Henry, 79 yards. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Extra point safely through. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively. Nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
Let's go, D.
I think you
Now
just
you
called
can
it.
go.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it. You mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That's good for a Cleveland 1st down, an 11-yard pickup.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Point it right, point it right, point it right. Hey, Delta.
A first down throw for Mayfield. Flush to his right. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Artie Burns. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and have a look back at our first half, as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Stephon Tuitt in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Another try after the first down sack. Mayfield, he'll rifle this one. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Steven Nelson. And his guys are going to take over.
The confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing it.
They try and run on first down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Mike. Blue 30. Mike.
On second and 12, Roethlisberger. And his throw here's incomplete. Demir Bird, the intended receiver. Third down here. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. And he finds McDonald. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 26. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
I got him. Kill. Corner. Blue 30. Kill. SOS. Check.
Here's Roethlisberger rolling to his left. And the pressure gets to him again. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So the sack, and now a third and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. And the timeout comes in with 2 seconds remaining. So they can trot out the field goal unit for the try before we hit the lockers. And this one is right through. And that will do it for this first half. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, Coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Let's go, D.
Again, it's Henry. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
White 80. 53 is the mic. Middle. I'm coming. White 80.
On first down, it's Henry. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Derrick Henry all alone, and he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Derrick Henry, his 2nd touchdown of the night as his guys continue to pour it on. No problem there on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this. That'll be taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams...
And now here is...